What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So I know a lot of people are thinking about Terra Luna and this whole version 2 situation, and they're trying to figure out the news and see what's going on. Well, we have little bits and pieces of what is actually going on, what's included, what could happen with this version 2. We're trying to kind of fill in the blanks as to what's not being answered. Whatever news we do have, we're trying to figure out what's not there. But really, we just need to understand, is the Terra version 2, the Terra Luna version 2 coming out, or is that going to be a thing? So we're going to break this down because they did have a preliminary vote. I can never say that word, so I'm glad I said it right this time. They are going to have this vote, or they did have this vote, and I wanted to talk about the numbers and just seeing the percentages or the outcome of the vote. So make sure you guys hit that like button, also hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also make sure you check out some of those links down below. It does help out the channel quite a bit. If you guys want to help me get to 200,000 subscribers, that we're on the road to 200,000 subscribers, that's what you can do. Hit that subscribe button, turn it gray. It goes from red to gray or different color depending on what your background is, but hit that subscribe button. But let's talk about Terra Luna, because right now Terra Luna is down about 8%. As you can see right behind me, a lot of people are looking at Terra Classic. Let's go ahead and classify them as two different ones, Terra version 2 and Terra Classic. And I understand that this may not happen, the Terra version 2, but let's just stick with and say that maybe it is happening and just classify them differently because we have to talk about them. So Terra Classic is currently sitting at 0.000 1924. It's down about 8%. You're going to see the market cap at $1.2 billion. You're also going to see that we have that circulating supply about 6.5 trillion, total supply of 7 trillion. Some people were basically saying to me in the live streams that this amount was going up. Understand that the connection between reporting or actually reporting the supply to coin market cap, it may be delayed at times, and also I don't even think they know what the supply actually is with how much Terra they actually minted in the last week or so, week and a half. You're going to see the volume is down by about 50%, 47% here. It's at $1.7 billion worth of volume. You're going to see that we had some fluctuation today up to 22, all the way down to a low of 17, and now we're sitting at about 1900. So ultimately we had our mindset on going over the version 2 and seeing how that was going to be implemented and what details were going to be included in it, right? I talked about a split in a previous video, but we need to talk about just whether it's going to happen. Now, if you didn't know, they had a vote, a preliminary vote today, and I'm not sure if it's still going on. I don't actually have the link to the vote. But as you can see, they had this vote where you have the revival plan 2. And if you don't know what that is, basically they would have this forked where they would create this new version of Luna. They would call it Terra. So the new version, the new chain would be called Terra, token Luna. And then you would have Terra Classic, token Luna Classic. So, or LUNC for Luna Classic, or LUNA for Luna, right? So people had their eyes to their computer, glued to their computer, to see what type of update we would have, where this would be launching, and some people are just set on the fact that it will launch. It doesn't matter what votes end up happening, even if the community doesn't fully support it. Sometimes they just launch things. Now, I don't know if they physically need our approval, because as someone else pointed out on Twitter, they didn't need our approval to mint 6.5 or 6.9 trillion coins. They didn't need our approval then, so why do they need our approval now? They just want to see if we support the version 2. So this preliminary vote that we did have for 2,352 voters, and I don't know if it is more at this point, but 90% are saying no, that they don't want this version 2 to happen, which doesn't mean that it's not going to happen, right? They can do whatever the hell they want, even if the community doesn't support it. So for you to say, hey, it's not happening because the community voted it down, it doesn't really matter at this point. That's from what I understand. If I'm wrong and they really do need the vote from us in order to get this done, then please let me know. But from what I understand, they don't physically need a vote. They just won't have all of our support if they do go through with it. And you can see here that 90%, it's only 2,352 voters, which you have way more holders of Terra. So it's not everybody. Now, I don't know how many people did vote after the fact, after this article came out from Watcher Guru. I don't know. I really don't know at that point, but I will try and figure it out, try and find it. But right now you can see here that 90% of people do not support what's going on, do not support the version 2 of this. I don't really support it because essentially if you're creating a version 2 in a situation like this, you're looking at everybody that lost money, as that one failure. If you wanted to apply it to a situation, I made an example of a sketchbook, right? Somebody makes a mistake in a sketchbook as they're drawing something. Are they going to crumble it up and just throw it in the trash and then start from scratch? Or are they going to use the eraser, try and fix it, and then try and redraw the lines and stuff like that? I feel like the better bet would be to fix your mistakes, right? Not sit here and, start from scratch and leave this out there while trying to bail out, UST holders. And some people believe it's the wealthy or the rich instead of bailing out a lot of the smaller holders or smaller investors. So we're not really sure as to what is the true plan. And some people are saying that this is another coin for them to rug, even though this wasn't a rug. This was an attack, a blatant attack, and we've seen it. We just don't know who it is. Some people believe that, they're creating this coin just to basically have another situation where the wealthy can make money and the smaller investors think that they're going to make money, but you don't actually make money, right? So I don't see the point in having this version 2, and I'm glad that, the community is showing that they believe the same way or they feel the same way about this, because when they did say something about a version 2, my initial thought was just that I don't see the point. I mean, why not look at what you have here? And I don't know if they can change anything within, the contract there, within the protocol. I don't know if they can change anything here. And if they can, then that would be great. But I don't know if they actually can change something to maybe introduce a 3% tax to burn off the coin, or introduce a new use case behind it. Because right now, really, Terra by itself, without anything behind it, without any real use case, is kind of useless, right? Yes, it's going to gain us something, but it's kind of useless there without UST. So when they build this new thing, they're basically saying that Terra has life of its own, or has a life of its own, and can have a life of its own. But if they're saying that, then why not just focus on the first Terra Classic, rather than, looking at Terra version 2? So anyways, you let me know what you think. It's definitely something that's very interesting to see 90% of people, 90% of voters, and I don't even know if they're all holders, but 90% of voters saying that, we don't want this fork, get this fork out of here. So it's just really interesting. You let me know your thoughts on this. Does this actually mean anything? In my eyes, it means nothing. It means the community speaks up, and we know what the community wants, but they just wanted kind of a confirmation, I guess, from the community, even though the confirmation is not the one that they wanted. So anyways, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of those links down below. It does help out the channel quite a bit. I'm going to get out of here, and I will catch you guys in the next video.